everybody, special council meeting is now called to order. And so there don't appear to be any questions. Consequently, we'll move on to adoption of the agenda. It was proposed by Councillor Goldwach, seconded by Councillor
Schaefer.
Edery, I think I heard. And resolve that the agenda of the special council meeting is hereby adopted as submitted. Anyone opposed? Okay, nobody's opposed. So we're at 4.0. Adoption of the second draft of bylaw number 1001-9. On motion of Councillor
Goldwach,
seconded by Councillor
Wiegensberg.
It is resolved to approve the second draft of bylaw number 1001-9 entitled
Schaefer.
Bylaw Modifying Zoning Bylaw number 1001. Anyone opposed? No.
Now, can we just clarify that that's what we were discussing previously?
Yes, it's okay. That is the bylaw that was the subject of the consultation meeting at 7 o'clock, with the addition of a few lines having to do with basketball nets on front yards, but really meaning on driveways, and that's been added to it. Okay. Anybody have anything else to add? No. So anyone opposed?
Nope.
No. Okay. So that's adopted, and that brings us to give me a second. Item 5.0. Yes, item 5.0, which is a notice of motion having to do with bylaw 795-2 concerning nuisance. Notice of motion was given by Councillor
Goldwach, Schaefer.
Goldwach. Just one. Councillor Goldwach, draft bylaw number 795-11 entitled Bylaw Modifying Bylaw number 795-2 concerning nuisance will be submitted to council for adoption. All council members have received a copy of draft bylaw number 795-11, and a motion to dispense with the reading of said bylaw was made, and that brings us to adoption of this draft bylaw. So on motion of Councillor
Goldwach, Schaefer.
Seconded by Councillor Schaefer, it is resolved to approve the draft bylaw number 795-11 entitled Bylaw Modifying Bylaw number 795-2. Anyone opposed?
Yeah, but I would just ask again that we clarify, because this is probably all just mumbo jumbo to most people.
Okay, just about to do it anyway, but yes, so nobody's opposed. All this amendment is doing is we are putting in an item forbidding people from trespassing. Little known fact, there is no provincial law or the civil code that has to do with trespassing. I think most people don't realize that, but we can have a bylaw that prevents it, prohibits it, and so this amendment is simply prohibiting trespassing, and the reason for doing it is because it gives our public security officers extra tools when they're investigating possible home break-ins, car thefts, people stealing packages from front porches, and all these things that, of course, officers are doing now, but it gives them a little more leeway. It's just one more tool in their toolkit. So that's why we're doing this. Okay. Item 7, hiring resolution. It was proposed by Councillor
Goldwach, Schaefer.
Goldwach, seconded by Councillor Schaefer, and resolved to approve the hiring of Mr. Gerard Ashwad as a permanent pipe fitter under the usual conditions and in accordance with the provisions of the collective agreement between QP Local 301 and the town of Hampstead. Anyone opposed? No. And 8, another hiring resolution. It was proposed by Councillor
Schaefer.
Schaefer, seconded by Councillor Goldbach, and resolved to approve the hiring of Ms. Stephanie Charters as a permanent office clerk, accounts payable under the usual conditions and in accordance with the provisions of the collective agreement between QP Local 429 and the Town of Hampstead. Anyone opposed? Nope. And that brings us to one more hiring resolution. It was proposed by Councillor
Goldwax.
Schaefer, seconded by Councillor Goldbach, and resolved to approve the hiring of Mr. Michael Gazat as a permanent labor driver under the usual conditions and in accordance with the provisions of the collective agreement between QP Local 301 and the Town of Hampstead. Anyone opposed? Nope. Brings us to item 10. I just want to announce each member of council having received a copy, the town clerk deposits partial minutes of the regular Planning Advisory Committee meeting held on July 12, 2021. The council takes note of the deposit of said minutes by the town clerk. And that brings us to item 11. Checking, yeah. Item 11, having to do with 178 Wexford. It was proposed by Councillor
Alfasi.
I'm sorry?
Alfasi.
Goldbach, seconded by Councillor.
He said Alfasi, so it's you could put Alfasi and then put Goldwax second.
Okay, so proposed by Councillor Alfasi, seconded by Councillor Goldbach. Okay, and resolved that the request to authorize an addition and facade modification for a detached single-family dwelling located at 178 Wexford and submitted to the Planning Advisory Committee meeting on July 12, 2021 is approved as recommended by the PAC. The proposed project meets the prescribed standards of the zoning bylaw number 1001-2 and meets the prescribed standards of the site planning and architectural integration program bylaw number 775. Anyone opposed? Okay, that's adopted. And that brings us to item 12, which is 96 Thurlow. And it was
What about 11A? I see there's an 11A.
That's part of
No,
the 11.
that's just part of it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so it was proposed by Councillor
Schaefer.
Schaefer, seconded by Councillor
Goldwax.
Goldbach. And resolved that the request to authorize an addition on the right yard for a detached single-family dwelling located 96 Thurlow and submitted to the Planning Advisory Committee meeting on July 12, 2021 is conditionally approved as recommended by the PAC, provided that the visual impact of the proposed guardrail on top of the addition must be reduced. The dimension of the mansard roof on top of the addition must be 2 feet higher in order to partially hide the guardrail from Thurlow. And the color of the asphalt shingles of the roof addition must be identical to the main building. The proposed project meets the prescribed standards of the zoning bylaw number 1001-2 and only partially meets the prescribed standards of the site planning and architectural integration program bylaw number 775. Anyone opposed? Okay, that's adopted. And that's it. So would someone like to move? I don't think there's a second.
Oh, there's no second question period on a special council meeting.
It's no second question period for special council meetings and other business. Any councillors of other business?
Just a
Okay.
reminder for the blood drive on August 24th.
August 24th.
August 24th, the reminder for the blood drive, the 15th annual blood drive to come out and save a life. I will talk more about it at the August 2nd meeting in 2 weeks.
Okay. And it's by reservation only, so make your reservations early. I'm correct on that? Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right, so would someone like to move adjournment?
Goldwax.
Councillor Goldbach, seconded by Councillor Schaefer. Anyone opposed? Okay, that's it. We're finished. I think, I'm not sure who was here. Oh, 8 attendees. So I thank all 8 of you for coming. And And that's it. We'll see you August 2nd at our regular council meeting. Thanks. Bye for now.
Good
Good
night,
evening, everybody.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Stay
Stay
safe.
safe. Thank you.
Good night.
Good evening. Bye, everybody. Bye.